Hello, everybody. My name is Graham Elwood, and you're watching the Political Vigilante. Come on, vegan guns for justice. Oh, man. Don't you feel great living in America? Don't you feel like your government cares about you? When a crisis comes along, like, I don't know, maybe a global pandemic, they just going to rally. These two parties are going to get your back. You know that they, oh, God. Hit the like button, folks. So they just signed it. Here's what the new $900 billion stimulus package. Now, this isn't, I want to show you the difference. This is the Washington Post. I'm going to show you what Jacobin says in a second. Jobless benefits, aid to small businesses, stimulus checks and money for vaccine, local governments, corporate liability, shields are out. That's what Washington Post wants you to believe. This time, right? In the article, it also repurposes $429 billion in unused funds provided by the CARES Act for emergency lending programs run by the Federal Reserve. Okay, that sounds good. Remember now, there's a word in there, lending. These aren't forgivable loans for small business. In the first CARES Act, the big multinational conglomerates, the big corporations, the big banks, their loans were forgivable. You got a small business, like I got a small business, our loans we got to pay back. Big business doesn't. So this is like, okay, more money for lending. Okay, good. But still remember, if you're a small business owner, as it stands now, you're going to have to pay most of that back. Now, somebody like Biden or someone else might, if the economy collapses, might forgive a lot of these SBA loans or whatever. That might happen. But right now, it's not on the books. So the Washington Post wants you to think, yep, help is on the way. And they're finally going to hold these big corporations accountable. The Washington Post, who's owned by Jeff Bezos. Jeff Bezos, who was worth $150 billion, is now worth over $200 billion. Record profits. 651 billionaires have made over $1 trillion since the shutdown. That's offensive. And you know who else thinks the stimulus plan is offensive? Is David Sirota wrote this in Jacobin. Democrats refuse to seize rare opportunity to outmaneuver Republican Senate leader Mitch McConnell. They settled for a COVID relief bill that skimps on benefits, provide tax breaks to the rich, and pulls us towards austerity extremism. We can't survive on $600. This is not a victory. Why couldn't we get $1,200 like last time? Why are we getting less money? And so all they've done, okay, they're going to extend unemployment benefits that were set to end on December 26th. Okay. They've extended the moratorium on evictions 1 month. Wow. So you're not going to get evicted January 1st, but February 1st, yeah, probably. But some places, some landlords are not even dealing with, they don't care about the moratorium. They're just like, they're evicting people. Maybe because they're cruel, maybe because they need the money. Not all landlords are bad, but they can't handle having people in their properties that can't pay rent. But what do you do when the government isn't giving people stimulus? All these businesses going out, all these businesses are closing. Democrats had a rare opportunity to win on a wildly popular proposal for much bigger survival checks, but they chose to lose. Bernie was trying to get $1,200. All right, great. Thanks, Bernie. You should have actually fought harder, and we'd have you as our president-elect, not Joe Biden. Great. So now he's giving speeches on the floor of the Senate. Okay, great. Thanks, Bernie. Thank you so much. I had so much hope for you. People have been asking for $2,000 checks, $3,000 checks, like they're doing in all these other countries. And not moratoriums on evictions, but rent forgiveness. You know what's not in here is they didn't just go, oh, well, here's whatever, $500 billion to pay all the landlords so everybody's rent is up to speed. Or just give every American $5,000 or $6,000, right? They could just go, None of this bill, SBA, PPP bullshit. Just go, every American is going to get $5,000 right now. Get your rent up to speed. Like seriously, man. Get your rent up to speed. If you're getting $600, it appears the meager checks come in a bill that will give new tax benefits to corporate executives to write off their meals. Boy, that wasn't in the Washington Post one. That's weird. We had to go to Jacobin. It's weird. The Washington they missed this in the Washington Post. Huh. New tax benefits to corporate executives to write off their meals and provide other tax breaks to businesses that use the Paycheck Protection Program, which will be a windfall for the wealthy. Because that's what happened in the first CARES Act. The single greatest upward transfer of wealth in the history of the world was the first CARES Act. But somehow, you can't even get $1,200. You get $600. So what happened in the first CARES Act is more basically what David Sirota is saying. And they've only released some things. It's a 5,500 page document. So they've released some. So what he's gone through and what others have gone through, this is the best we're going to get. This is just like what happened in the first CARES Act. Only we get less. So there's clearly provisions in there that are going to allow stuff like this to happen. Oh, this is Tom Brady company took almost $1 million in PPP loans, while 52% of small businesses that applied didn't get any. Tom Brady's worth $200 million. In the spring, he signed a 2-year, $50 million deal with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. This is his TB12. That's his, it's like a supplement, whatever, like workout supplement company. They got $960,000. And right after he got, found out about the loan, he bought a yacht. Remember when he bought a yacht? Oh. He bought a yacht. So there's just going to be more of this crap in this new bill. More of these idiots. He's an idiot. He's a rich asshole idiot. But he's the greatest quarterback. I don't care. I was like, wow, wow, he's a really great quarterback. What an asshole. What an asshole. Is this a yacht that's going to sleep homeless people? Like, is this guy, this is the rich in America. This is how awful the rich are. Doesn't matter if it's Nancy Pelosi or Mitch McConnell or Tom Brady or Jeff Bezos. They're just horrible people. Look at this. Tom Brady builds shelter for the homeless, getting hundreds of families off the streets. Nope. Bought a yacht. And he used taxpayer money to do it. He used CARES Act money to do it. So this new stimulus bill is going to have more of this nonsense. The legislation provides a mere $286 billion for the survival checks and unemployment benefits, and an additional $51 billion for food aid and rental assistance. Rental assistance. Okay. $51 billion for food and rental assistance. Okay, that's not nothing. It's not nothing. There's stuff in the CARES in this new stimulus bill that'll help. And it's really, I'm tired of the term stimulus. It's not stimulus. It's help. It's our money. It's our tax dollars. You're giving us our tax dollars back to us to help us. This is survival. Stimulus sounds like, I got a business that's doing okay. I need a little stimulus to just get it bigger. This isn't to stimulate the economy. This is to keep people from living on the street. This is to give people food. This is to hopefully try to keep small business owners from going under. This is to keep people from being evicted. It's not stimulus. It's an offensive term. That's a term that rich assholes like Nancy Pelosi and Mitch McConnell say. We're giving you stimulus. God. But I just want to show a comparison, and I'm going to pull this comparison out of the Sirota article. So this is the provide $86 billion for survival checks and unemployment benefits. Okay. $51 billion for food aid and rental assistance. Okay. But just to give you by comparison, 3 years ago, Republicans passed a $1.5 trillion tax cut that enriched the wealthiest 1% of households. Much of the blame for this debacle certainly goes to Republican Senator Mitch McConnell, who seems absolutely determined to starve the country. But much of it also goes to Democratic leaders who had one of the easiest political opportunities to forge a bipartisan coalition or a much bigger lifeline to Americans, and then decided to squander it. You remember Pelosi didn't want to do a stimulus bill before the election because it might help Trump win. This is the Democratic Party. Yeah, the Republicans are pieces of shit. Of course they are. They're awful. But this Democratic Party so much better. This is the same. Remember the democratically controlled Congress that voted to approve Trump's border wall, voted for the Patriot Act, voted to expand his military, but he just got another $740 billion approved for the military budget. Just that again. $51 billion in food and rent relief, but $740 billion a year for the military so that we can bomb countries. And we're bombing and sanctioning countries in the middle of a pandemic. So when you're sitting there going, I'm 5, 6, 7 months behind on my rent or my mortgage, and I don't want to get foreclosed upon, I don't want to get evicted, I don't want to lose my business, I don't want to live on the street, I don't want to have to sell everything I own. Just know we're spending all this money on war. But it gets better. Gets even better. That's sarcasm. COVID-19 relief bill includes a doubling of the healthcare budget for members of Congress. So Congress gets free healthcare, but we don't. And when Jimmy Dore says we should force the vote on Medicare for all to get her fucking awful, corrupt, selfish, greedy self out of Speaker of the House, to force this. Hey, AOC, you said you were going to you were going to fight to get Medicare for all. Here's a way to do it. Oh, it's too performative. There's no step 2. But you guys got better health care? You get the vaccine first? Okay, got it. Got it. And we always ask on this show and other shows, why isn't there a general strike? Why aren't we doing what they've done in France for the last year? Why aren't we going on shutting the country down like they're doing in India? 250 million people, the single largest strike in the history of the human race. Why aren't we doing that? And my fear is that Biden is going to come in and do just like that much better than Trump. And everyone's going to go, see, it's so much, well, at least he's better than Trump. They'll be able to say that at least he's better than Trump. And Americans will be given $600 and just $300 bonus. Remember, we had $600 in extra unemployment that expired in what was it, like July or August? Now we get half that and $600. So if you don't know how you're going to pay your bills and you hope you don't get evicted, just know that Nancy Pelosi and Mitch McConnell and the squad and Lindsey Graham and these other ass bags, they're all getting better health care. 15 million Americans lost their health care because it was tied to their job and they were laid off because of the pandemic. On top of the 30, 40 million people that already didn't have health insurance. We're talking about 60, 70 million people don't have health insurance or are underinsured. But Pelosi and the gang and McConnell and those fucksticks, they got better health care with your tax dollars. Don't vote third party. You're helping Trump win. Hey, I'm so dumb. There's a lot of people out there who aren't that dumb, though. There are a lot of people who don't think lesser of two evils. They realize the lesser of two evils is still evil. And this stimulus bill is a Band-Aid. And I'm afraid they're going to just, America, we're not going to have some big collapse, right? I don't want some crazy civil war. I don't want some economic collapse. I don't want that to happen. But if it were to happen, maybe that would wake Americans up to like get in general strike and shut stuff down. But this might just, America's just going to limp along. Well, a lot of people are fed up with both of these parties. They don't care about you. The Republicans don't care about you. The Democrats don't care about you. Lindsey Graham, Mitch McConnell, Chuck Schumer, Nancy Pelosi, they don't give a damn about you. And sure, the Republicans, Mitch McConnell, he didn't want it, but the Democrats always have these opportunities and they piss them away and then blame the Republicans. All right. $600. Wow. How are you going to invest it? I mean, that's kind of money. I mean, it's just like, I'm going to take $600. I'm probably going to put a down payment on a house and put the rest in 401k and then probably, you know, buy some Bitcoin with it. And then, you know, I'll probably, I mean, even after all of that, I'll probably still have some money left over to maybe, you know, do something nice. $600. I mean, holy shit. How are you going to spend that? I mean, that's like, I mean, that's just like, wow. I mean, I can't even like, it's going to be so exciting to get a check that's 1/3 my rent. Wow. Fucking rad. Thanks, man. Oh my God. Thank you. Pelosi, you ice cream eating, soulless maggot, and Mitch McConnell, you 9-chin having bag of shit. These are these two stupid parties. I don't know why you keep voting for them, America. You keep voting for them thinking something different is going to change. Nothing's going to change. Here's what's going to change for the wealthiest. Tom Brady's got a yacht. Why don't you buy a yacht with that $600? Oh, yachts cost more than that? Oh, I don't know. Thoughts and prayers. Oh, this is just sad. It's sad to watch. Thanks for watching the show. Thanks for supporting us, what we do. See, I'm not going to just cover the story the way the Washington Post does. I'm going to bring in what David Sirota had, and we're going to keep breaking this down, how corrupt this is. I'm sure we're going to unpack more. I mean, we talked earlier, there was provisions there maybe for defense contractors. I'm sure there's all this hidden crap in there that doesn't help the American people, that only helps the 1%. We are in a banana republic. This country doesn't give a shit about us. The government doesn't care. You think your party's better than the other party? You're deluding yourself. You're deluding yourself. So go buy $600 worth of Kool-Aid. Thanks for watching the show. Shave your knuckles for justice. Connect the dots for the truth. Boom. Thanks for watching, everybody. Please hit the like button, the subscribe button. Go to patreon.com/Graham Elwood. And rockfin.com/Graham Elwood, where you can support the show. Also, I have a Bitcoin wallet, a Bitcoin Cash wallet, and an Ethereum wallet in the show notes. We're taking cryptocurrency. I have a Coinbase affiliation link. We're going to be getting on some other exchanges. So that's how you support the show. Make sure you hit the subscribe button. YouTube is unsubscribing us at an alarming rate. I have a PayPal button at GrahamElwood.com. I even have a Venmo at Graham-Elwood. There's a lot of ways to support our show. We are getting crushed by YouTube. We've dipped under 73,000 subscribers because of YouTube. Thanks for supporting what we do.